All right, so I did this last team call, but I feel like we always have new coaches, so it's always like good for a little reminder of what's going on. So just want to go basically over the vital behaviors, be proof the products work. So make sure you're showing up with your workouts, showing, your meal plans and all that. Like people actually care what you're eating and they want to see that because so many people struggle with that. So make sure you're sharing that, inviting, connecting, following up, helping others get results. And then of course, personal development is super important. And then Success Club. So I had a couple new coaches get a little bit confused about Success Club, which is fine. So we'll kind of go over that again. So basically SC6 is 3 people. So when you're selling a challenge pack, you get 2 Success Club points. You also earn, recognition, prizes, rewards, and our annual Success Club trip. And then Success Starters, if you hit Success Club for 3 months in your first 3 months as a coach, you get to earn that and you get a spot in the coach test group, which is really exciting. And you get to earn a ticket to Summit. Also, a little bit about rank advancing. So we've had a lot of rank advancements lately, which is super awesome and exciting to see. So Emerald is just 2 people. A lot of you have hit that so far, which is awesome. Danielle actually had a team call last week, a little bit about, how to make that income and rank advancements. So make sure you watch the replay if you didn't get to be a part of that. Ruby, basically everyone always skips that and goes right to Diamond, but I just want to kind of clear that up a little bit. It's 2 emeralds and 4 coaches, and then Diamond is a team of 12. So you have 4 on each leg and 2 emeralds on each leg. A little bit about the coach trainings this month. So we have a new coach info call. We're kind of just like doing the basics of what we did last month, and we're just interviewing some new coaches. Feel free to invite people that are interested in coaching. And it's this Wednesday at 7:30. We're also doing a push to Emerald. Wait for details because we're having a call about that tomorrow. So we're going to be combining with Inspire Tribe and Shelby's team. And then we're also going to ask some of you leaders to help us lead that. So wait for details for that. And then a Diamond Dash in June. So also next week, team call will be on Tuesday instead of Monday. And we have a guest speaker. She's a Canadian coach, elite coach. So I'm excited to hear from her. Quickly, we have power hours that are led all the time throughout the week. So this is the Zoom link. I feel like I posted in the team page, but again, just ask me if you need the link for that. If you ever need help with growing your business, not really knowing how to build it, know that there's all these resources for you guys here and also YouTube as well. The Take Action Challenge. If you haven't been logging in your business activity tracker on your coach office, make sure you are, because people are winning so many prizes, like so many people on this team have. They're giving away like $100 US, $500 US, bikes, vacations, like just by filling out your business activity tracker in your coach office every day. So make sure you're doing that. They just actually posted a little update today, which is awesome. Beachbody Orange Recover launched on Wednesday, May 12th. So I got mine ordered. I'm so excited. I haven't actually tried it before, so I'm excited to try it. I've heard it literally tastes like a creamsicle, so I'm ready for that. Our virtual coach summit event, I wish we were all together, but again, make sure you keep these dates open. And then a little Success Club update. So many of you, again, are on the board, which is awesome. A lot of you guys are newer coaches and you're just crushing the game. So I love seeing that. So congrats to everyone on these boards. I'm not going to name everyone because that will take me forever. But know that you guys are being recognized and we see you guys crushing it and hustling. So we're super proud of you. But yeah. If you guys want to, unmute yourself and recognize some people on the board, feel free to do so. But other than that, I will post this tomorrow. Just quickly want to shout out Jamie. She's a brand new coach and she's literally at Success Club 20. So that's amazing. And then tonight we're hearing from Charlie, so super pumped to hear from her. She's going to talk a lot about how to lean in when things get tough. She is a diamond coach. She's super busy. Charlie's literally always posting like, I'm doing a power hour, who wants to join? And she's done that like all the time, which I love to see. She has so many success partners in this team, which I love, because I feel like if you don't have a success partner or like that community aspect, I feel like it's super like awesome to have that. So love that you guys have that. But I will stop talking and I will let you guys do some recognition.
Okay, I'm gonna start because I love starting. Anywho, I want to shout out Brianna Woods. I know you just started coaching with Audrey and you're posting every day. You're doing all the things. I see you doing all the things. You're so consistent. So kudos to you, girlfriend.
I'll go next. I wanted to recognize Lauren. She started coaching last week, and this is her first team call, which is super exciting. And she's been like talking on her stories already, which I know can be scary, but she's crushing it. And then I wanted to shout out Charlie because she's been talking to me about how nervous she is for team call for the past 2 weeks. So I know she's going to kill it.
I'll go next. I wanted to shout out Nichelle. She is a new coach. She just started on Thursday, and she's already halfway to Emerald, and this is her first team call. Welcome, girl. And I wanted to shout out, I'm trying to find her, Jamie, too, because of Success 20. Good job, girl. You're crushing it.
I'll go next. I want to shout out my coach, Jess. This is her second month of coaching, and she just signed up another girl, and she's also like amazing at reels. So if you need like tips on how to make a reel, go ask her.
I want to shout out, I haven't been on here for a while. I want to shout out anyone who is literally trying to manage a whole bunch of stuff, whether it being a mom, teaching, working from home, trying to run this business as best they can, going to school, doing whatever it is you guys are doing. You guys are powerhouses.
That was awesome. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. Can somebody put their thumb up so you can hear me? So I know you can.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to collectively just go with their team name so I don't forget anybody in the group. But I want to shout out Team Wildfire because I'm getting to know a lot of the girls on that team and you guys are awesome. So that's friggin' great. And again, like I did the other night, I need to shout out my coach, Elisa Johnson, because she has helped me again get comfortable with this in a time where I wasn't so comfortable some of the days. And also to Shauna, because she, again, with her message she sent out with the call she did last week, resonated with me again in my journey. So thank you very much. And also, Charlie, you're going to crush tonight because I've been watching and I'm super excited for what you have to offer. So there we go. That's what I have to say.
I want to shout out. Sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
I wanted to shout out Shay for hitting Success Starter. That's amazing, girl. I want to be on that train, so I'm going to use you as my model and get on that, but congrats.
Okay. I wanted to shout out Charlie too because girl, quit stressing. You're fine. Like, come on. Let's be honest here. And I want to shout out the 6 a.m. club because we're back at it today. Thank God. And then I also just like logged onto Facebook and the first thing that popped up was the current elite rankings. So I wanted to shout out Shauna, Shelby, and Alicia, who I happened to see, but I'm pretty sure there's a couple more. And also to Allison because she had Diamond last week and we are starting week 8 of 645 and I think I died a little. So I'm not 100% sure. I know she's crushing it too.
Anyone else? I have a couple. Okay, so I want to shout out Alicia because she hit Team Builder and Road to Elite, and she's 2-star diamond qualifying, and she's number 59 in Canada, so you rock. Also want to shout out Shelby because she is also team leader and number 17 in Canada, so way to go. Jamie, who is a month 1 success starter, Emerald ×2, and freaking Success Club 20, like you're awesome. Jessica, who is also a month 1 success starter and Emerald. A new coach, Ashley, who is Emerald this Thursday. Also want to shout out Brooke, Allison, and Audrey, who is running the new coach pod with me. So I love that. And then also Catherine, because she is so freaking consistent. Every single day she shows up. She's doing workouts with her boyfriend. Like, I love that. So also wanted to show you guys out.
Okay, I will go really quick. So I'm just like mid-workout. But I want to shout out Karina for hitting Success Starter. I don't think I shouted her out yet. Shelby Gallino for hitting Success Starter. Super awesome. She's also so close to Diamond, so she's crushing it. She took full advantage of the promo codes. But I already said all these, I'm sorry. But yeah, just anyone on my team who's locked in Success Club already this month, because I know there are so many of you, and I love seeing people set up their month for success very early on. So way to go, guys. I don't want to miss anybody.
Also, shout out to Amber, who's so committed. She's on this team call, but she's also at work. We see you.
All right, Charlie, are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Take her away.
Okay, can you let me share my screen, please?
No.
Okay.
Just kidding. One sec.
We're off to a good start.
I'm just razzing you.
Okay. I'm already wrapped.
Okay, you should be good.
Moment of truth, guys. Can you guys see my screen? Ah, sick. Okay, cool. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, we're good to go. Okay, guys. Hi. I am so freaking nervous. I've never done anything like this, so please bear with me. When Shauna asked me to do team call, I was like, yeah, sure. And then like 20 minutes later, I texted Maya and Brooke, and I was like, oh shit, what have I done? So I started thinking of like what I was going to talk about, because I'm still like pretty new. I haven't even been coaching for a year yet. And I decided, like, with some reflection, that I was going to do how to lean in when it gets hard, just because I've gone through a lot of shit in my life, and I think it's made me more resilient. And when things get tough, I actually lean in. And I just want to teach you guys that too, because I know with lockdowns and COVID and job and school and all the things, sometimes it gets hard and we kind of like push away from the business, but really we can take that time and take that to our advantage and really lean in. So my story, how it began, how it's going, I'm going to give you guys a little rundown. So in high school, I was a competitive athlete. I played competitive soccer, I played boys hockey, I step danced, I played piano. I was doing all the things. I literally had no time to breathe. I was a super high achiever. I was head of student council in grade 10. Like, I had super high grades. I was just doing all the things. But one thing that comes with sports is injury. And I'm sure we all know it. We've all gone through it. And I had 5 concussions within 2 years. So I know, you know, we all get injuries. We get the ankle sprains, the breaks, all the things, but there's always like a timeline on when we're going to be better. You know, the doctors tell you, you know, you're going to be done. You'll be fine. With concussions, at this time, there still wasn't a whole lot of research on concussions. And I had them all within 2 years because I wasn't careful. When the doctors were like, okay, like, don't go back, I'd go back because I wanted to stay busy. I wanted to do all the things, and I would always push myself no matter what. But then I started getting more sick. I started getting nosebleeds. I started passing out. I couldn't remember anything. I started failing tests, and I just wasn't myself. And I kept ending up in the hospital because I was getting really sick. And finally a doctor said, are you trying to kill yourself? And I just remember thinking, like, what are you talking about? And he said, if you keep going the way you're going right now, like, you're going to kill yourself because you're not letting yourself rest. And he was like, if you keep going, you're going to have permanent damage. And I just remember thinking, like, who is this guy to tell me that I'm going to have permanent damage? He doesn't even know my story, whatever. But after that, like, my doctors took me out of school. This was something that was really hard for me. I was a kid, like, I was a student, I was in high school, and my doctors were telling me, like, you're not going to school anymore. And that's just like a normal thing to do when you're in high school. And I was stuck in my dark room doing all the things. And it was the first time I was like left alone with my thoughts because I had been such a busy person, and that was my way to cope. I've always been an anxious person, and that I was hiding it with filling my plate up. So when I was forced to slow down, I didn't know what to do. I was getting sicker, and the doctors did not know why. I couldn't return to school. I was running to appointments 3 to 5 times a week. I was trying all the experimental treatments. I got needles put in the back of my head. My mom went off of work so she could look after me. And we'd have to drive hours every single week. And I just wasn't living like the normal childhood life. And I just got stuck in that circle of why me, why me, why me. Finally, I went back to school. I was a part-time student, accommodations. I looked real sexy. I had like a cuff when I went to class. Like, it was just not a good time. I needed all the accommodations. I could hardly do 2 classes. And I couldn't play sports. And my thinking was, when the doctor clears me to play sports, everything will be back to normal. I'll be happy. And I wasn't getting cleared. So I decided to get a summer job. And I loved having a summer job because I didn't need accommodations. I felt like a normal person. But unfortunately, I was sexually assaulted at my job, and everything just fell apart for me. I quit my job. 5 other girls came forward. We did the court, we did everything. We were told we didn't have enough evidence, and my life just like crumbled. I started playing like the blame game on myself. I was like, first I don't have school, now I don't have this, like now I don't have a job, like why me? And I became super depressed. I became super suicidal. I started self-harming. I was really unhappy, and I ended up in the hospital a lot. Finally, in January of my grade 12 year, I ended up in CHEO, so the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario psychiatric facility. I lived in their psych ward, 2 hours from home, didn't see anyone, and I just promised myself I was never going to get back to that point. But little did I know, 2 weeks later, back in there, and I actually got transferred to the Royal Ottawa, which is a mental health hospital in Ottawa, and it's the hospital for Eastern Ontario, but they had 9 youth beds for people with like complex cases, and they referred me without telling me and then transferred me like with a nurse. And that's where my life changed. That's where like I got the help I needed. I got the diagnoses I needed. And that's where doctors actually believed in me, because they weren't concussion doctors. They were saying, you know what, I think you can do it. And so I left there, and I was determined I was going to finish high school no matter what those doctors told me. Some doctors told me I'd never do university, never do college, and I'd never play sports again. And I just wanted to prove them all wrong, to be honest. I'm very stubborn. So I just wanted to prove every single one of them wrong. This is like my hospital bed where I lived for most of my grade 12 year. But then I graduated. I did summer courses, I did extra classes, I did a victory lap, and I graduated. Now, I decided I was going to university. That was my original plan, and I was going to let these 5 concussions get in the way. I applied to Laurentian University, and I got in the next day. I was in the program for a major in mathematics and a double minor in English and French literature, and I did without accommodations my first year. In my second year, I was asked if I would like to do a test program for the school, and I was going to teachers college at the exact same time I was doing my undergrad. It wasn't Con Ed. I was doing it with all people who had already done their undergrad, so it meant I had double the course load and placement, but I still did it because I knew like this is what I wanted to do. I had healed mentally when I went to school, but not physically. I still wasn't clear to work out. I did intense rehab 3 times a week, every week. Gym with a physiotherapist, and I'd walk on the treadmill and they monitor my heart rate, and I just remember thinking like, oh my god, this cannot be it. After 3 years, I finally got cleared. I begged my doctor to let me work out. My coach Shannon at the time, she had reached out to me and she asked me if I wanted to start these groups, and I was so desperate. I was so unhappy with my body. Here's literally a picture of me in Florida last year. I cried the whole trip because I didn't want anyone to see me. and I didn't miss a day. So I did that. So I really had a mental and physical transformation. I started the programs last April at the beginning of the pandemic. I've lost 40 pounds. I've become way happier. And then I started coaching at the very end of July. But this year hasn't been easy. 2021's been really tough. I don't live at home. I live in Ottawa. I haven't seen my family. Laurentian announced that they were insolvent, and so basically they were pretty bankrupt, and they cut a lot of programs, but a lot of the people whose programs were cut are allowed to finish their degree. However, I'm doing a BA in mathematics, and that's a very rare program, so it got cut, and there's no other university in Canada that offers my exact program. It was something that was extremely hard for me. I took it really hard. I was like, why me? Why again? My laptop fried. I lost everything during online schooling. It was just not my, 2021 is not my year, but I leaned in. Just to give you an idea, guys, last month at the beginning of April, I had lost my emerald, and I had asked Shelby for a call because she speaks fire to me, and she's just like, she's so like, no bullshit. And she said, pick a diamond date and don't let it be more than 30 days from now. And I went from not even emerald to diamond in those 30 days. And that was my toughest month. That was the month I found out that my school fucked me over. I live in Ottawa. My family's in Cobden. I have all my shit in Sudbury, and I'm looking for housing in Toronto. I was writing exams, and I was having to learn what I was going to do because there's no other program, no other school that has my program. But I leaned into the business. So here's how I did it. Oh shit, what did I just do? Good God. Start new session, no. Oh, good God. Okay guys, just look at 3/4 of my screen. I don't know how to fix it. If anyone knows how to fix this, please let me know. No, no one knows? Okay, cool. Can you guys still see the other part of my screen though? Yes? Okay. Stressed. Drink time. Okay. My success with this company, so I've been super successful since I started. I've been coaching for 10 months, almost 11, and I've hit Success Club every single month. I haven't missed a month. I've made that non-negotiable. Also in 2021, I've hit Success Club 20 every single month, except this month I'm at 18. It's gonna happen, manifesting it. I became diamond this year because I finally dropped the bullshit excuses. I earned my trip to Punta Cana, and I only started coaching in July, at the very end of July last year, and I already have enough Success Club points to pay for all my trip dollars. So I've been successful with this company, and this is how. And I'm also really busy. Like, I have school every day. I still deal with my concussions. I still do treatments 3 times a week, and I drive pretty far. Like, so I'm still doing all the things, so you can too. So how to lean in. This is gonna be a bit of tough love. Please don't hate me. This is what I love. I love when people give me tough love, so hopefully you guys do too. If not, no hard feelings. Anyway, are you the product of the product? So many times I hear people say, I'm struggling, and then they just fall off the face of the earth. They don't work out anymore. They don't do the things. Guys, this is when you need to lean in. Lean in. Workouts should be fun. If you are not doing a workout program right now that is driving you, that is pushing you, that is getting you excited to jump out of your bed in the morning, change it. There is over 90 programs on Beachbody On Demand. Change it up. Guys, I'm so excited to work out. It's literally my favorite part of my day. I know that sounds lame, but we're in lockdown. Give me a bit of grace here. But like, make it something that you like. It's so good for stress relief. It keeps you in a routine, especially when things are hard. This is when you need it the most. Secondly, are you doing PD? I know this is easy to like brush off. I'm the first to do it, not do PD when I'm stressed. But this is when you need it. Use PD to drive you and find something you like to do. I hate journaling. I rather do anything else. So I don't journal. I listen to podcasts. I pull affirmation cards. I read. I'm still doing PD. Trick the system, guys. You can do it. Are you eating balanced meals? Are you fueling your body? If you are not fueling your body properly, you're going to feel like shit. You're not going to be able to help your challengers. You're not going to be able to do anything. Yes, I eat freaking cake and cookies and all the things. Come on, who doesn't? But I'm also fueling my body, and I know how to help my challengers as well. And are you taking care of yourself? You can't pour from an empty cup. That's something I had to learn the very, very hard way. So make sure you're doing self-care and make sure that's your #1 priority. Next, what is your why? If you don't have a strong why right now, tomorrow morning I need you to wake up, and before you do anything else, think of a why. Write it down. This thing should make you cry. This is something that's going to push you when you don't want to do anything. Like when you don't want to put in the work, this is what's going to push you. My why is so strong that every day when I don't want to work out or I don't want to show up or I don't want to do the things, I think of it and I'm like, I better get to it. Thirdly, I can't see it because of a stupid thing. Okay. Are you treating this business like a business? Guys, when you're tired, you go, oh, I can't do my 9-to-5 job. No, that pays the bills. Do you have a little headache? Do you not do your 9-to-5 job? No. So stop making those excuses for this. If you want this business to act like a business, then you need to treat it like a business. So when you have a little headache or you're a little tired, take some Energize, do a shot, whatever you have to do, show up. Are you making excuses for yourself? Guys, I'm the first to make excuses. I'm the queen of excuses, but that's not helping me. That's not getting you anywhere, so just stop making them. And then how badly do you want it? If you don't want this really badly, then that's okay. That's totally okay. But if you really want it that badly, you're going to do everything in your power to make it work. And finally, I need to talk about excuses again because I love me some excuses. You have the choice, one day or day one. You can choose that, oh, one day I'll do this, or you can choose today's going to be the freaking day. I'm going to give it my all. Your excuses are not going to help you in any way. They're just going to help you stay stuck. And that's what I did. The second I started coaching, I became Emerald, and I'd go like Emerald times 2, times 3, times 4, but I didn't have any belief in myself. Then Shelby like spoke fire to me, lit that fire in my soul, and I went for it, and I got Diamond. You can do it. Drop the excuses. Trust me, life-changing. Okay, here's the good stuff. So here are my tips on how I'm successful in this business as a busy student who doesn't have a lot of time and who's kind of lazy. Okay, so here are my tips and tricks for being successful and staying afloat even when you have the obstacles and when life feels like it's kicking you repeatedly. Oh, we have to go back. First of all, let's just take a second to admire this picture. It's our next album cover. Okay, so tip 1, find yourself a success partner ASAP. Guys, if you know me, you know Brooke's my success partner. It's very clear. Find someone who has the same goals as you. It doesn't have to be someone you know. Brooke's coach is Shelby. My coach was Shannon, whose coach was Star, whose coach was Shauna. Like, Brooke and I are not on the same team, but we work together. We do everything together. This person should have the same goals as you. I literally slid into Brooke's DMs January. I just said, hey, I think you're so pretty. Bam, best friends. Literally, I'm not even joking. We found the DMs. Anywho, so like just slide into someone's DMs. We do it all the time. We invite people, invite them to be your Success Club partner. Also find someone who won't be afraid to call you on your shit. If I tell Brooke I don't want to send invites, she'll be like, why? Send them. Like even the day that I found out that my school was fucking me over and I had exams to write, Brooke said, send 5 invites. You can do it. And I did. No bullshit. Also, someone that you can relate to. If you have a Success Club partner, you're probably going to be doing lots of shit with them. You're probably going to do power hours, spending a lot of time with them. So make sure it's someone that has similarities to you or it's going to be painfully awkward. And then also someone who's willing to work. If you have a Success Club partner who's wishy-washy, that's not going to help you. You don't want to be pulling the weight. You want to equal give and take. Tip 2, when you're struggling, share the struggle. Every time I'm having a bad day, it's not every day, so don't worry. It's not like every day I go on my stories and I say a sob story. But when I'm having a really hard time, I share it with my followers because guess what? They're probably having a hard time too. My niche is students. When Laurentian fucked us all over, I wasn't the only one going through this. All my followers were too. So I shared it on my stories. When I'm struggling with something, I share it on my stories because those people want to see you're real. They don't care about the filters and the da-da-da, my life is perfect. They want to see that you struggle too. That's what's going to keep that connection going. And when you invite them to your challenge group, they'll think, hey, this girl's like me. She struggles and she still did it, so I can too. So share that. Tip 3, power hour. Guys, even if it's 20 minutes, power 20 minutes, whatever the heck you want to call it. But take that time and be mindful with that time. Don't sit in front of Netflix. Don't kind of do it. Put on some bad bitch music and freaking go. Get into a good mood and go. Don't bother. If you're in a bad mood, don't even try to power hour. If I'm in a bad mood, I straight up will be like, okay, Charlie, you have 30 minutes. Go take a shower because I love showers. Music. Ugh. Anywho. And then I go and power hour. Also, I bring Brooke with me and I'm like, okay, Brooke, let's go. We put on our music and we go. Take some Energize. Bring that energy. You attract what you give in. So if you're like, oh my God, I have to power hour. I have to send invites. Do you really think people are going to answer you? Probably not. Tip 4, learn how to rest, not quit. Guys, you don't have to show up every single day full on. You're going to burn yourself out. It's okay to take breaks. It's actually really necessary, but be realistic with your breaks. Don't fall off the face of the planet. Guys, this month has been a big break month for me because I was exhausted. We had Team Cup in February. I was on Danielle's team, and we know how intense Danielle is. It was stressful. Then we had Diamond Dash. Then we had another Diamond Dash. Then it was the Let's Get Up CEO codes. And then there was more Let's Get Up CEO codes. I was exhausted. I also hit my highest SC numbers in Diamond in the busiest month of my life, and that's stressful. And I took this month to just like chill. I still showed up every day on my stories. I still posted on my feed. Did I send 30 invites every day? Abso-freaking-lutely not. But I still showed up. I didn't fall off the face of the earth. I still did everything that I needed to do to keep going. And I allowed myself to take that time because I've been so consistent for 10 months. And then prepare for the rest. If you're like, oh my gosh, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna take this weekend to rest. Cool, send extra invites on the Friday. Prepare for it. And when you take a break, take full advantage. Don't half-ass your break. Like sleep in, take the drinks, have the treats, do your thing. Enjoy it so that you're ready to go again. Also, this is my cute little brother. Fun fact. Tip 5, stop spending time on things that don't move your business forward. Guys, look at my feed. Okay, it looks like a 4-year-old threw up. I don't even use a freaking filter. I've never used a filter before. Secondly, like, just let's take a second here to watch this. I made this little highlight thing like probably 3 months ago. Is there a cover on here? No, but guess what? Nobody cares. If you're spending so much time trying to make your Instagram and your graphics all pretty and fun, like, you're wasting your time. I am very limited in my time, and I do not try to, I'm not fooling anyone. If I started putting filters and stuff, people would be like, who the heck is this weirdo? Brooke's good at that shit. That's why I'm Success Club partners with her. She does all the graphics and cute stuff. So stop spending time on stuff that don't serve you. Be smart with your time. Be wise. If you have time to do the fun graphics, go for it. But don't, like, do your bat before you do that. Tip 6, fill out that bat, yes, even on the hard days. This is the Bad Bitch bat. I made it. If you want a copy, send me a DM. I made this for me because I knew I needed something more. I needed something to push me. This says manifest that shit. I am Diamond. I made one for our new coaches. And on here, I actually have like goals that I have for myself, like sign 5 coaching invites, 30 new invites. I put numbers because I needed that to stay consistent. On the regular bat, it doesn't even say anything like that. You can do one connection and check off connection. There's no one that's going to stop you. So print it out, make it your own, put numbers if you have to. That's what's going to make it. That's it. And I do not let myself go to bed. I don't care if I have a migraine. I'll sit up against my door, I'll pop an Advil, and keep going until that bat is done. That's why you should start doing it in the morning, get it over and done with. Also, do a gut check. Are you really doing all the things? Because I'll be the first to say, I do not send 5 coaching invites a day. This is on my bat, but I don't do it every day. So I can't complain if I'm struggling in my business because I know I don't do it. And we all have like something. So just do a gut check. And like I said, if you're struggling, put numbers beside each task. I know it's hard to get stuck in the numbers, but if you're really struggling, start that. I started doing 5 coaching invites a day, then 10, then 15. So put that number and it's easier to check it off. Tip 7, make Success Club non-negotiable. Guys, this is at the base of your business. 3 people a month is not a lot of people. I try to lock that in within the first day of the month because I feel like I can't breathe until it's done. I've made it that important to me. I literally like cannot sleep. I'm like, Brooke, oh my God. Like literally that should be your mood. I mean, don't have panic attacks because of it. Like it'll be okay, but make it like that. Also, 3 people that this could help, okay? Like 3 people that this could help. Stop thinking, oh, I need to find 3 people. 3 people need this. 3 people that this could help. They just might not know it yet. Also, you get sick prizes. Look at these fucking 6 snuggies. Heck yeah, we want more. Okay, you get sick prizes. Also, Success Club trip, hello. Come on, guys. Like, you just have to help people and you get, like, mind-blowing. Also, Success Starter, that's a game changer. Honestly, 3 months within your first 6 months, you get to be in a test group, which is actually so much fun. Like, your free ticket to Summit. Like, just do it. You can. And it really gets you into that gear. Because I hit Success Starter within my first 3 months. It really, like, propelled my business forward. Okay, that's all. Any questions? I'm done, like, screaming at you. Oh, okay, moment of silence. Awesome.
You did great, Charlie.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
I second that.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
I have a question.
Oh, good.
I know the answer to the question, but I feel like it'll be helpful for some people. So when you're like, you know, you said you were busy and stuff like that. So do you find that more often than not you like work in pockets of your time, or do you schedule like an hour?
So
sorry, I have a follow up to that. If you are working in 15-minute pockets, like how would you like organize that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be the first to tell you, when we do guided power hours, I mute the person and I do my own thing. Like I've always done that. It's nothing against you. It's just I have my strict like routine. And I work better in a power hour because you just like go all in, and I can get all my work done in an hour because I just work super smart. But if I did it in pockets, I'd separate it into like different like tasks. So like every single day, I'm very a numbers person. I send 30 invites. I add 100 to network. I do 50 connections. Like I'm very in my numbers. So I would do my pockets with those numbers. But I do just like a big chunk of time in the morning, 5 a.m. club. It's now 6 a.m. because we're lazy. And also the morning's way better than night. Brooke and I would try to do 8 or 9 p.m. power hours and they were shit. So try to do like early power hours. That's like how I thrive, to be honest. Any other questions? No?
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, Maya. I didn't see you. I can't see. I see 4 people.
That's okay. I was gonna ask, because you shared so much with us today, what is the biggest takeaway that you've had from yourself as a coach so far?
Sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry.
What's your biggest takeaway from yourself, like towards you, that you've had from coaching so far? Because you said like you hate journaling, PD sometimes goes out the window, but you found what worked for you and you've gone through so much. What's been your biggest moment?
Honestly, like the friendships I've made. Like I'm a very social person. This lockdown has been absolute trash. Like everyone hates it. And honestly, having friends on this team that drive me. One of my best friends is one of my challengers, and I work out with her every single morning on Zoom. So that pushes me in my personal journey. With coaching, it's no joke. Brooke and I are success partners, but also the 6 a.m. club. I have so many friends. I cannot wait for everything to chill out so we can all see each other. But honestly, having those friendships and driving, because I never in my life do I think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna quit coaching, because I think of everything I'd be losing, and the friendships is a really, really big part of it. Any other questions?
I just want to say thank you, because you said you were so nervous, but you did so well. Like so many great takeaways. I feel like I love your tough love, because I'm not a very good tough love person. So I love having other people on the team who are. So I love that. But just like thanks for being so vulnerable and sharing your story. Like that's probably
no problem.
And I know probably a lot of people are really inspired by you. So thanks.
Guys, I have one more slide.
Oh God, what?
I love this. Okay, friends, it's not a party without some dancing. So we're gonna do a nice little shareable moment. We're gonna practice 5 times and then we're gonna present it. Yes, we are. Get up, ladies and gentlemen. This is part 2 of Dancing with Charlie. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna practice it like 5 times because it goes really, really fast. Also, Brooke, I did the musical theater one because I know you love it so much and I hate it. Okay, guys, we're gonna practice it 5 times, like I said. Can you guys see it?
5, 6, hop, scroll, grab, open up, other way, shimmy, go, stand, cut, jerk, 5, 6, hit, pop, pop. Oh yeah, good job. 5, 6, hop, scroll, grab, open up, other way, shimmy, go, stand, cut, jerk, 5, 6, hit, pop, pop. Oh yeah, good job. 5, 6, hop, scroll, grab, open up, other way, shimmy, go, stand, cut, jerk, 5, 6, hit, pop, pop. Oh yeah, good job. 5, 6, hop, scroll, grab, open up, other way, shimmy, go, stand, cut, jerk, 5, 6, hit, pop, pop. Oh yeah, good job. 5, 6, hot stroke. Grab. Open up, other way. Shimmy go, stand. Cut, jerk. 5, 6, hit, pop, pop. Oh yeah.
Okay, do you guys feel ready enough? Okay, all those people that aren't dancing, can you get your camera out? Because I want to get this moment on video. Does someone have their camera out? I can't see anyone. Anyone with their camera out? Maya, I see you there. Were you dancing?
I was, but I don't have to.
Well, who's not dancing?
I got you. Hang on.
Okay, thank you, Maya. Thank you for taking one for the team. You're a dancer, so you don't need the practice. Okay, guys. Are you ready? Maya, are you ready? Okay, I'm going to assume you are. We'll do it twice, just so Maya gets it on tape. Okay?
Yeah, good job. 5, 6, hot stroke. Grab. Open up, other way. Shimmy go, stand. Cut, jerk. 5, 6, hit, pop, pop. Oh yeah, good job. 5, 6, hot stroke. Grab. Open up, other way. Shimmy go, stand. Cut, jerk. 5, 6, hit, pop, pop. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm done torturing you. Thank you so much for coming to Torture Session with Charlie.
That was so much fun.
Love it, Charlie. Let me stop the recording for a sec.
Oh, that was on